Alrighty, back here on the Matrix, and we are going to talk about reverse cameras. So this is not specific to a Matrix, this really is just all our trailers in general and your options around cameras. If you can see on this one, we've got a single lens camera. Now, with your cameras, and this causes a lot of confusion, we offer two options. So we offer the option of a single lens, we offer the option of a dual lens. Now, regardless, both these cameras can be used either when you're towing forward or when you are reversing. They're not like a reverse camera on the car where it's just engaged through reverse. The beauty of these is if we're, let's say, on the highway and we're obviously at high speed, we can actually flick these cameras on when we so choose to see what's going on behind us. So highway is always a good example because obviously a lot of the time you just want to see if you're about to merge lanes or switch lanes, you want to see if someone's to the side of you or speeding up behind you. So the advantage of both single lens and dual lens is you can switch them as and when you so choose. Where the differences lie between a single and a dual is the single lens is predominantly, and this is the way we set it up, angled more down. So therefore when you do flick it on and you are reversing, you would tend to be able to see whatever the furthest point is on that particular trailer. So then when you do come to reverse, you can gauge that distance. So even though you can flick it on for general day-to-day driving, you're only going to be able to see so much because of the angle that it's coming at. Whereas a dual lens would be physically two separate cameras. One would be angled down to suit the purpose that we just spoke about. One would be physically angled out. So when you flick to that one, you are purposely wanting to see what's going on further afield behind you. So obviously if you don't need that feature and you just want to be able to see what's going on behind you, you would just opt for a single. If you like the benefit of being able to see a bit further out on them occasions when you need to look behind you, then you would opt for the dual. They're both going to stand the same, so on any of our trailers that have a rear bar, we make a mount and we stand it off the mount. So the advantage of that is it's not fixed into the body in case you want to change it or anything like that later on. The advantage of this is it all stays external of the trailer. So the way this works is the camera is mounted to the mount, so you obviously need to option in the mount, you need to option in the camera. We then run the wire down the rear bar and back through the chassis rail to a connection on the front of the drawbar. Now that is kind of where it finishes for us. So when you option a camera in with us, we're going to give you the camera, we're going to run that wiring through and we're going to put a connection on the front of the drawbar. It is then upon you as the customer to then get the rest of the connections for your tow vehicle and to link the two. So we have a connection, what we call a WASA cable, and that is a thick heavy duty coil cable that would plug into the connection we give you on the front of the A-frame, and then it would plug into the connection that you have on the back of the vehicle. So that links the two together when you come to tow. And obviously, as I said earlier, you then also have to get a monitor fitted in your car, where obviously you can run this camera through it. So there is certain people and certain tow vehicles where they will link their camera setups that they've got on the trailer into their factory fitted unit that's in the car, and that can be done. But obviously that is at your, let's say, at your peril as to whether you get it done that way. We always work off a separate monitor because a lot of your tow vehicle inbuilt stuff is going to only have the one input, whereas obviously this would be classed as a secondary input, being that your normal input would be your reverse camera or whatever you've got on your car. So if you've got aftermarket head units and that's capable, then it can definitely be done. But the main thing I want to outline here is that when you take the option with us, is you are just getting the trailer. You have then got to get the tow vehicle and the connection lead between the two yourself, and obviously we guide you on where to get these from and who you need to speak to. But that should clear up for a lot of people what the reverse camera options are and what it entails. Thank you.